Amaka was the kind of woman people described as good. Not loud, not dramatic, not the type to fight for attention. She believed in peace, even when peace was slowly destroying her. She had been married to Tunde for 4 years. 4 long years of trying, of adjusting, of convincing herself that love was enough. At the beginning, everything felt right. Tunde was attentive, always calling, always checking in. He made her feel chosen. But somewhere along the line, something shifted. The calls reduced, the late nights increased, and the man who once couldn't sleep without hearing her voice started sleeping without coming home. At first, Amaka blamed work because that's what he told her. Business is demanding, clients are stressful. I'm doing this for us. And she believed him because believing him was easier than facing the truth. But belief has a limit, and silence has a cost. It started with small things: a phone turned face down, a sudden smile at messages he refused to explain, a new password on everything. Amaka noticed. Of course she did. She wasn't blind, she was just choosing not to see. Because deep down, she knew. And knowing would force her to act. And Amaka, she was not ready to lose her marriage. So she adapted. She stopped asking questions. She stopped checking, and she stopped expecting. She became peaceful, dangerously peaceful, until one night, everything changed. It was a quiet night, the kind that makes you hear your own thoughts too clearly. Tunde came home late, again, dropped his phone on the bed and went straight into the bedroom. Amaka sat there, looking at the phone. It buzzed once, then again. She stared at it like it was alive, like it was calling her. For the first time in 4 years, Amaka picked up her husband's phone. Her heart was calm, too calm. She opened the message, and in that moment, everything she had been avoiding stood right in front of her. I miss you already. The night was perfect. Amaka didn't cry. That was the strange part. No shouting, no panic, no drama, just silence. Then slowly she smiled. Not a happy smile, not even a sad one. A calm, calculated smile. Like someone who had just made a decision. Because in that moment, Amaka realized something. She had been fighting to keep a marriage that had already left her. And suddenly, she was no longer afraid to lose it. That night, Amaka did something no one would expect her to do. She replied to the message. Come over tomorrow, same time. She won't be around. She placed the phone back exactly where it was, laid down, closed her eyes. And for the first time in a long time, she slept peacefully. The next day, Amaka became a different woman. She woke up early, cleaned the house, cooked Tunde's favorite meal. She laughed more than usual, spoke gently, and even touched him in ways she hadn't in months. Tunde noticed, but he didn't question it, because people rarely question what benefits them. That night, everything was perfectly normal. Too normal. At At exactly 8:30 p.m., Amaka picked up her bag. "I'm going to see a friend," she said. Tunde nodded, barely paying attention, and she left. But Amaka, she didn't go to any friend's house. She sat in a quiet place, alone, waiting. Not nervously, not anxiously, just waiting. At exactly 11:12 p.m., the girl arrived, confident, comfortable, like someone who had done this before. She let herself in, but this time, things didn't go as planned. Tunde was home. Confusion, shock, voices raised. "Why are you here? You told me to come." "I didn't send anything." Silence, then anger. The kind of anger that comes from being exposed. Accusations started flying. Truths began to spill. And in that moment, two worlds collided. The secret and the reality. Things escalated. Quickly, too quickly. A push, a struggle, a loss of balance. Then a fall, a sharp edge, and silence. Heavy, irreversible silence. When Amaka returned, the house was no longer the same. There was fear in the air, panic, and blood on the floor. Tunde was shaking, sweating, broken. "It was an accident. I didn't mean to. She just fell." He kept talking, but Amaka wasn't listening. She looked at the girl, then at her husband, and in that moment, there was no anger left in her. No jealousy, no pain, just clarity. Slowly, she walked to the table, picked up his phone, and called the police.